Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to some more Star Citizen, and today we are going to be checking out the 210 meter long monster. No, not the one between my legs, you dirty bugger. The one that we're looking at here in front of us. This is the 890 jump, and I'm playing on the PTU at the moment. I was lucky enough to have somebody donate me a bunch of credits, enough to buy one of these in the PTU. If for nothing else than just to get to check it out and show you guys. So this is the biggest ship, the longest ship in the game right now. A lot of people commented on my previous video when I was covering the Carrack, and I said that was the largest ship in the game. Unfortunately, some false information on the RSI website led me to believe that that was indeed the biggest flyable ship, as this one is still stated as in production, but it is in fact finished. The only way you can get one of these is by buying it in-game for about 32 or 33 million credits, or paying, I don't know the exact price, but I think it's well over $1,000. It's probably closer to 2. Don't quote me on that. I haven't really seen it on sale before, so I'm not exactly sure, but in my opinion you would be pretty bananas to pay that much money, as nice as this ship is, for what is essentially ones and zero. Anyway, let's go on board and have a look around. So this one has a nifty little spotlight shining down there, which basically shows you where to lower the elevator. I've already lowered the elevator here in the interest of saving time, but you can basically just like hold F, click up there to lower the elevator. So unlike with the Carrack, you don't have to run around for hours underneath trying to figure out where the button is to actually open the hatch. So let's head on inside here. Now this is of course a luxury ship. This isn't a fighter, it's not a trading ship or anything like that. It's basically like a luxury yacht, something like that. As you guys will notice on the inside, it's very Origin. You know, the company of Origin within Star Citizen always reminds me of Apple in real life. They like to make things look nice and white and shiny. So if we go and take a right here, straight away actually you have an airlock that you can go out of, and then you have areas where you can store your suits and that sort of thing. So if you've got friends, they can board the ship here, put their suit away, and walk down this corridor. Down that side you have exactly the same thing, it's symmetrical. Now we carry on through here and we come to this nice sort of foyer area. Now this ship has 4 different levels. So what I'm going to do is take you guys up to the top level first and show you there, because that is where we get to the pilot seat. We go up this way. This is the piloting room. You'll notice it's very, very loud in here. I don't really know why that is. I'm sure it's something to do with the ship's engines and the engineering bay down below, and the noise is kind of leaking through from there. I'm not sure if that's intended or not, but I spend most of my time flying this thing in third-person mode just because the noise in here is, quite frankly, unbearable. I think you'll agree. This looks like it's going to be some sort of a star map. Unfortunately, at the moment, like many things in the game, it's not working. Here you've got the pilot seat, and there you've got a couple of co-pilot seats. So honestly, a pretty basic cockpit. Although you don't need anything too intensive, since this is just a luxury touring ship. I can't really figure out what these are for. I can't interact with them in any way. I was thinking maybe they're for food or something like that. They're not weapon racks. They don't seem to be things that you can interact with yet. If any of you guys are Star Citizen Pro, avionics. Oh, okay. Anyway, if you guys know, let me know down below in the comments. So if we also have some nice little seating areas. This place looks like, you know, well, I don't want to sound crude, but it kind of looks like some place that Jeffrey Epstein would own, to be honest, and operate as some sort of messed up sex pad. I know you guys will never look at the 890 jump again after that, will you? Anyway, heading round to the back here, we basically have what I would call the captain's quarters. You can go through either side here, and you have a nice little meeting area down there. Here we've got some shelves, a nice model there of the 890 jump. Some books. The Lawmaker's Guide by Aaron Frost. I love that one. Nice little sort of Easter egg there. And then we can continue down here. And I think this is basically, yeah, the captain's sleeping quarters. Nice big flat screen TV with the Origin JumpWorks logo and text on there. Nice big bed. You can't actually lie down or interact with this bed though. So if you do want to log out in this ship, you can't do it from here, as far as I know. So, hello. Yeah, there we go. On this side, another meeting table. Or what it looks like. Here we've got some food stuff, some knives, his own personal cooler with drinks and pre-workout, just in case he decides to hit the gym. That's always good. And then we've got some, what looks like beans and things growing in here. Never know when you want some of those. Maybe he's vegan. Who knows? And then here we have a nice little fish tank, but no fish swimming around, I don't think. Nice corals, though. Maybe they're going to add fish to that later on. And, of course, some nice decor on the walls here. Some pieces of artwork. So that's basically the top floor. You've got the captain's quarters, and you have the cockpit. So moving on down here, we're going to go to the party zone. If we go on through here, we have a nice little waiting area. You'll notice that is what looks like a cigar that somebody's been smoking. So if you're on this ship, you're definitely going to be living the good life. Here we've got a chess table, swanky looking table, more cigars, another fish tank, once again devoid of any fishes, as far as I can see. Whoa, sorry about that, guys. My mouse just kind of spazzed out for a second there. Another bed, again one that you cannot sleep in. And if we go on through here, this is a little bathroom. And here is a sauna, hot tub type thing, toilet and everything you can need. It always messes with me going and looking in the mirrors in this game and then realizing I can't actually see my reflection yet because that hasn't been put in the game. I'm sure it will be eventually though. I like the fact that this mirror has like a HUD display, like a heads-up display with the ambient temperature. That's a nice little touch. I wouldn't mind one of those in real life. That would be pretty cool. I'm a bit of a sucker for technology. And if we go through this other side here, it is pretty much another identical room to the one I just showed you guys. So there you go. You're not missing anything. Don't worry. I'll try not to miss anything on this ship. Here we've got a couple of elevators. We're not going to go take those yet. But we will in a minute. So right through here we have several toilets. And you're going to need several toilets in this place because right through here... Oh, the door already opened. That's nice. We have a bar. No bartenders yet though. So I think if I was going to be on board somebody's 890 jump, I honestly wouldn't mind being the bartender. That would be pretty decent. And we've got these TV screens going all the way around here. Looks super cool. I'm not sure how you would manage to watch these all at once. Maybe they should just all display the same channel to make things simpler. And then if we continue, yes, you have a restaurant on board the 890 jump with the widest display I've ever seen. I don't know if this thing's made for displaying multiple channels or whatever it wants, but I can't imagine gaming on this thing and being able to watch everything there. And here looks like the best table in the restaurant. You're going to pay some money for that. And this is basically as far, I think, towards the front of the ship as you can get. So you can imagine dining here, looking at the stars out the windows. Imagine that panoramic view. Anyway, once we get up in space, I will show you guys that as well. Coming through here, we've got another computer screen there. This is like a waitering area, I guess, since they've got all the wine bottles and the glasses here. And here we come to one of the elevators. So let's go ahead and call the elevator. So at the moment, we are in the foyer, the bar, and the lounge, and the dining area. And if we go down one floor, then we're going to get to the spa and the swimming pool. Oh, yes. This thing has an indoor swimming pool. They really have taken a lot of inspiration from a cruise ship. I would say more so than a yacht. I don't think I've really heard of many yachts having swimming pools. Yachts are usually not like that huge, but cruise ships, yeah, definitely. I'm not sure I dare to actually venture in there, guys. because this is the PTU, and I can definitely see this crashing. We go through here. I think these are sunbeds, actually. That's what they kind of look like to me. Somewhere around here, I think there is a sauna. Yeah, over here, there's a sauna. You just can't believe how much stuff there is in this ship. Of course, all of it completely pointless. You're not going to be doing any mercenary missions or any trading in this thing. Well, I suppose you can do because there are a couple of turrets in there, but yeah. So this way it leads to the engineering. We're going to go down a different way though, so I don't confuse myself. You also notice here there is an escape raft, or what I would basically call an escape pod. So you can head on in here. You can sit in these chairs. I think one of them. Yeah, there you go. You can sit in these, but I don't think these are active yet. You can't like launch your escape pod, which is kind of a bummer. I suppose they have to put these things in the ships before the actual feature is implemented in game, though. Okay, so we're heading to this one. Let's head down to the next level, the crew deck. So below the swimming pool and the spa, you've basically got all of the crew quarters. And I've noticed that there's some smoke coming out of this vent. And yeah, there is some electrical fizzling going on from this thing. I think these are part of like the damage state of how the 890 will look once you've taken some enemy fire and the hull has taken a bit of damage. These are some of the things you're going to see going off inside. Of course, at the moment, we are at 100% health, essentially. So you don't need to worry about that. I guess that's either a bug or they were just testing something. Here we have weapon racks. Like, probably more weapon racks. All four of these are full of weapon racks, so you're going to have no shortage of storage there for your guns. And if we head over here, we have one of the hangars, I believe. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, this is the med bay, if I remember correctly. Definitely essential for the crew quarters. This will be also able to heal people later on. I don't think it's functional at the moment, though. I think the red on the Cutlass red, I'm not sure if that actually has the functionality yet to be able to heal people, because that's like what that ship's supposed to, that's the niche of that ship, really. But I'm pretty new to this game, so if you guys know better than I do, by all means, comment down below. Okay, so here we actually have the landing pad, which will be on top of the ship, and there's two landing pads in here. Here's landing pad 2. And here is landing pad number 1. And of course, if you don't have any ships currently stored inside here, you can always just, you know, have a game of basketball. Because what else are you going to do with a landing pad with no ship on it, right? One of the cool things here is you could open the hangar doors, which have a pretty cool opening animation, I must say. Like everything else on this ship. I love the way they just kind of open to the side and then they just slide back like that. And then this entire landing pad is an elevator. Oh, it takes a while to get going here. Yeah. It has issued the command. I don't know why it takes so long for this to actually activate, but there we go. If you look underneath this, by the way, you can see all the hydraulics, of course, and the working parts of a landing pad. So you can imagine here that if you've got a friend with you, he wants to recce down on some planet. I think that's a bug that the lights have all of a sudden gone off here. That's totally a bug. But yeah, if you've got a friend with you, he can just go and jump in a ship here. You can lower him or elevate him up, as it were, on the landing pad, and he can just take off literally from the top of your ship. How cool is that? And of course, it makes it much easier for him to land. Instead of having to like maneuver into the landing pad, he can just land on top of the ship, get himself nice and comfy and docked, and turn off his engines and all that good stuff. And then you can just lower down the pad. And then you can come back here and close the hangar doors. Pretty damn cool. One of the coolest hangars I've seen in any ship in the game so far. We head on down this end. I do believe this is turret access. Yeah, this little elevator, the only thing it really leads to is the turret. So let's enter that one. We won't be able to fire it, of course, since we're currently in the hangar at Microtech. But as you guys can see, that is the turret on top of the 890. It also makes it look way cleaner that a turret is always, you know, unlike most other ships, the turret is always sort of tucked away underneath the ship. So it doesn't even look like the ship has any turrets on it when you look at it from the outside. But it has a few secrets. Alright, let's go head down to the other end of the ship now. So here you've got more EVA suits that you can store for the crew. Here's the lounge area for the crew as well. They can play a game of pool here, maybe watch something. Oh no, wait, this isn't a TV screen. This is like what looks like an old arcade machine. And it has an A and B button, not an X and a circle or a square. Maybe Xbox fans here, boys. Nah, just joking. We all know CIG are PC fans and nothing else. So here we've got the various crew quarters. Now these are the beds you can lie down in and then log out of the ship. So it's a bit of a pain if you want to log out. You've got to go all the way down here into the crew quarters and log out. Again, another little lounge area. This is where they can come and watch TV. Here's the kitchen. More beans and otherworldly goods. Herbs and whatnot. Looks like somebody was preparing something here. What's this? These actually look a whole lot like dragon fruit, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so now we're down at the other end of the ship. And this is where we have the engineering level. We can take the elevator down if we really want to here. But let's just go down the stairs. So over here we've got the shield generator. So later on in the game, when different parts of the internal parts of the ship become damaged, you know, if the shield generator, for example, becomes damaged, then the shields will go offline and you will be able to physically see that there is damage in here. And I'm assuming you're going to need somebody with some sort of an engineer role to keep all of these systems on the ship in check. If we go down the side here, you've got one of the engine rooms, and I think this is the quantum drive. It looks like a particle accelerator though to me. What's that thing called? A Large Hadron Collider. It looks like that thing. That's just an elevator up to the upper levels, so you can get down here much faster than we did, but of course in the interest of showing you guys everything, we didn't do that. Now this elevator here, in fact we'll just go down on it and I'll show you guys. This is for your ground vehicles, so if you want to go and recce around on a planet's surface in a grey cat buggy or just, you know, whatever you've got, basically you can go on this thing. And the smooth thing is here, like everything else on the ship, the upper hangar doors close first and then it lowers you down, so it acts as an airlock as well. So there you go. The ramp comes down and now you just be able to drive off on the planet's surface. Here's the smaller elevator that we actually came up earlier on. But we'll go and put this one up. So now these doors should open up. Pretty cool, right? Actually, here is the jump drive. Although, maybe these parts are also connected. I forgot to show you guys this side. Around here you have another one of these, what I like to call the Large Hadron Colliders, particle accelerators. You got another one of those in that side as well, so I guess that's for either side of the ship, really. Okay, I think I've pretty much showed you guys everything. Those are more weapon racks again. Alright, there's one little place I almost forgot down on the crew levels here, and that is actually this controls area. So down here you actually have, if we can read it, looks like we have to read it this way. You have a pilot seat here, and you know, just to show you guys, you can turn on the ship and everything from this seat. There we go. I can't say I would recommend piloting the ship from this seat, although it is nice and quiet down here, strangely enough. And it's strange because we're closer to the engineering levels where all the engines are. Why would it be quieter here than it is on the very top deck of the ship? I have no clue. But I wouldn't recommend piloting it from here because, as you can see, I can go into the third person mode, but you cannot see anything. There is like no window to the outside world in here. As you can see, you only get a couple of these screens. So I'm not going to even risk trying to do that, guys. I'm going to turn the power off here. I'm going to exit the seat and we'll go, we'll do this from the proper pilot seat, shall we? You've also got a couple of co-pilot seats here as well, just like you do in the cockpit. But yeah, let's go back up to the cockpit, shall we? Alright, so here we are. You guys will definitely be able to tell the difference between the noise levels in this cockpit and the crew piloting area that we were in just before. Let's get a flight ready here. Hello? There we go. Finally. I think there's a little bit of lag on the PTU servers. Right. Open up the doors.
You are clear to launch.
Oh, thank you very much. So if you guys have piloted a Carrack before, or a Caterpillar, and you'll know how cumbersome they can be, they ain't got nothing on the 890 jump. I am holding space right now. I am strafing up. It just takes a real long time to get going. So let's take a look at the landing gear here while we have time. Pretty basic, honestly. Doesn't really need anything special, I guess. They just took away there. Keep everything nice and streamlined. But yeah, nothing too crazy in terms of design for those. Oh, I should really follow these new spleens. I don't know if you guys have seen these. Are there any spleens in this place, in fact? I actually can't see any. Maybe they only have them in Lorville. They have these, yeah, what they're calling spleens, which are basically these multicolored boxes that will help guide you out of the non-restricted areas. So we are on our way here. I think the engines look pretty cool. They're not blue, they're not yellow or red. They're just this bright white glow. And on this planet, it takes quite a while to get out of atmosphere. You don't do anything quickly in an 890 jump. And you guys can see, I've already used 6% of my hydrogen fuel. Just doing that little afterburner maneuver there to try and take off a bit faster. And we're only at about 3,500 meters, so things do take a while. This is not the kind of ship you want to be piloting around as your daily driver. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And you guys also notice here, I'm putting my mouse, as you can see up here, to the roof. And I cannot nose up anymore. This is the most I can nose up at the moment, just because the ship is that heavy that the thrust wouldn't be enough to get us out of orbit, or get us out into the atmosphere rather. But I do like the engines. You can see they've got these little ridges there. That's a nice little touch. Alright guys, I've spun the video on a little bit here just because it has literally taken me minutes to get up to where we're at, about 11,000 meters. But I've just been appreciating some of the things you can see on the ship here. Obviously a lot of areas on the outside of the ship are glass. So if you look from a bird's eye view down on the ship, you can see the staircases, you can see the central statue. When you think about the fact that we were just running about up and down those staircases earlier, you really get a sense for the scale of this ship. It is just an absolute monster. And in fact, I think there's only 3 different places you can park this thing. You've got ArcCorp, you've got New Babbage, or, you know, Area 18 and New Babbage, I mean. You've got Lorville, and that's about it as far as I know. If you head over to Port Olisar, as I found out, where are we going? I let go of the Z key there, boys. Yeah, if you head over to Port Olisar, they basically just tell you that landing pad it ain't big enough for this size of ship. So it can take a Caterpillar, it can take, I think the Reclaimer as well, and the Carrack, but it can't quite fit the 8090 jump. Also, if you're looking in the back windows there, you can see the captain's quarters. Just really, really nice. On the left and the right side there, those lit windows towards the back, sort of in the middle of the ship, but towards the rear engines. Those are the airlocks that I showed you right at the start of this video. And then, of course, here on top, you can see the dual landing pad that we went up on, and next to that is where the turret comes up, I believe. Down underneath there at the back, you can see where you would use your ground vehicles on the elevator that comes down. So yeah, I can tell you guys, it's been about probably like 10 minutes in real time since we took off. It's taken us about 10 minutes just to get to 19 kilometers. Please contact ATC to land. I don't want to land. I want to leave. Let me leave. Anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll set our destination somewhere and let's just go. Yeah, maybe we'll go. Is that Clio? That's Clio. Maybe we'll head over to Clio. I do love this satellite of Microtech. It just looks so cool with the green glow all around. Let's go drop our landing gear. We need to come in very slowly here because the weather effects within the atmosphere are now in effect on the PTU as well, so it's no longer as easy to land as it is in the base game. We're coming down. We're doing okay. How far are we? 2,000 meters. Let's slow it down a little bit there. This thing is also so tall, once you get to like about 500 meters from the ground, you're pretty much already on the ground. You've pretty much already landed. You'll see here, we're about 1,000 meters off the ground now, and we're really not that far away at all. Let me just put a speed limiter on here so we don't end up crashing, because that would be embarrassing. Yeah, as you guys can see. Woohoo! Yeah, I was spot on with that. Look, 520 meters, and we've already landed here, boys. Oh no. Oh boy. Have we crashed? Alright, so there you go, guys. In true Star Citizen fashion, we just crashed as I was trying to show you guys the ship from the nice perspective of being on Clio. Unfortunately, that did not work. So, conclusion time. Would I actually recommend picking up this ship? No, not really. Not in any situation at all. So, first of all, the ship is pretty much just something to show off to your mates. It doesn't have great combat capabilities. It's not a great trader. It's not quick, nimble. it doesn't really do much, but it's just super cool. And the second reason is the only two ways you have of acquiring this ship is either A, purchasing it for in-game credits, which comes at a whopping 32.5 million, I think it is. Maybe 33 million, not quite sure on that. Somewhere around there. It's a lot of money. And at the moment, even though they do have persistence across patches, they could wipe the persistence data at any point for testing purposes. So you would really be kicking yourself if you'd spent months and months farming to get an 890 jump, then CIG just decided to wipe it. And the only other way is to wait for a sale and buy it for in-game money. I'm really against them, you know, pricing ships for such absurd amounts of money in the game. I kind of know why they do it. They don't want everybody flying around in an 890 jump. And of course, if it would be like $20, then everyone would have one probably. But I'm just pretty against it personally. Like, there's no way that I would pay thousands of dollars for this ship or any other ship. But that being said, I thought I would just show you guys this on the PTU, since I'm probably never going to acquire one in any legal way myself anyway. But there you go, guys. The 890 jump, ladies and gents. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We gave you a little sneak peek into what the 890 jump looks like inside and out. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Let me know if there's anything I missed, or maybe if you have any comments on some of the things I mentioned throughout the videos that I didn't know what they were. Most of my other videos, you guys are always spot on. You know exactly what you're talking about, so I'm relying on you guys. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.